now. Hello, everybody. It's Cheri, and I'm in the craft camper, and now I'm unmuted. Is it working? Hopefully. Hopefully, I was muted. No sound still. Uh-oh. How about now? Can you hear me now? We'll see. Let's give it a minute. Oh, good. Good. I had the mute on. I was playing around. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Charlotte. The best. Charlotte the Best is here. Hello, Charlotte the Best. And Blonde Cards and Crafts. I actually have your question written down here, so I'm so happy you were here. Is it Simone? I think it's Simone. I wrote your name down. So I'm happy that you're here. Hello, Kaylin. How are you? And we have Stacy. Yes. Lizette, I love all your yarn balls there and all your hearts. Hey, Maggie, how are you? How you doing? How you doing? The PJ Mommy. I just ordered some fingernail thingies from the PJ Mommy. I'm so excited to get those. I am excited. Hopefully I won't mess them all up. I'll have to watch the video on how to put them on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Charlotte is from Norway. Oh my goodness, Norway. Oh, I'm so glad, Shell, that you can hear me now. I wish I could see. I can't see very well today, guys. I think if you have too much caffeine, does it mess with your vision? Hello, Judy. Everybody, Judy's in the house. Hello, Judy. How are you feeling, Judy? How you doing? Prayers for Judy, guys. Prayers for Judy. We have Maria. Hi, Maria. I don't know how to pronounce your name on the YouTubes. Is it Pruark? I don't know. But hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting. The PJ Mommy says there's tons of videos. Good. I'm glad. I will watch them all. I'm excited though. I'm excited to get my nails. I'm going to get pretty nails, guys. I ordered just 2 solid colors. We'll see how they work. I'll share with y'all how they look when I get them on. I'll show my nails off because I've not done that ever. Hello, Kathy Ferguson. Never even had a manicure in my life. My nose is very itchy. Sorry, guys. I'm not picking my nose. My nose is just itchy. Hello, Kathy. How are you? How are you doing? Deborah. I don't know why I'm saying your name, Deborah. I just thought I should. Then we have hello. I don't know. Let's see. Judy says, I'm half done with chemo and radiation. Oh, you made the halfway mark. Keep battling, my girly girl. We're praying for you. Oh, I bet you're feeling kind of poopy, though. I can only imagine. Actually, I can't imagine. Charito Fernandez, hello to you. And we have Maria. And if I hack your name, guys, I truly apologize. You can always give me the pronunciation guide. Sometimes I do better with that. Lizette, I love all your knit projects, and you are very nice and professional. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I'm probably not as professional as I could be, but yeah, thank you. I'm just me, guys. Take it or leave it. Some people want to leave it. They don't want to take it, but that's okay. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I try. We have Glenda. Oh, Stacy, I'm about to make some coffee. Gonna find out if it affects my vision. All right. Let's see. Should I admit what cup this is for me, guys? Should I be honest? Should we be honest today? Should we be honest with each other? It's cup number 3. But they're kind of small cups, but extra strong. So yeah, it's probably not good, right? Probably not good, but I do need new glasses too. I'll get there someday. I'll get some new ones. I don't like going to any kind of medical doctor. Even I love getting glasses. I love glasses. And I really want to try some of those kind that have the snap-on different colored ones. But I don't like anything where I have to go get checked out. Even the eye doctor. It's is this one better or is this one better? And you know what I think when I'm sitting in the chair? They look the same. So then I'm I'm going to fail this test. And then my vision's going to be messed up because I'm going to tell him which one I think's better. And maybe that's not the right one. And it's all kinds of anxiety and pressure. Yeah. So I haven't went. I need to go. Hello, Julius. Hi, Julius. And we have Wally. Hello, Wally. And we have Maggie. Sorry, I should leave them up there longer than I am. I do my own nails because nail salons are expensive nowadays. Maggie, I don't even know. Or is it Maggie? It's Maggie. It's not Maggie. See, vision. It's not an A, it's an E. Yeah, I've just never done it. I'm a little bit funny about, I won't say trying new things, but I get a little stuck in my ways, and I just never have I never have. Because, you have to, it's like going to Chipotle for the first time. There's like all this pressure, right? You have to like pick all the foods, if you've never been there before. I know it's been around for a long time, guys, but I can remember the first time I went and they look at me like I'm dumb. Like I should know the process and nobody's going to explain it to me. And that's how I feel about a nail salon. Like I would walk into a nail salon and they would just expect me to know what's going on and I won't know and I'll be uncomfortable. So I just don't go. So I'm going to get the do-it-yourself ones at home because that's more my style. So I'm excited. And the PJ Mommy has like Color Street. So you can check her out. Sure, she has a link someplace. She can even pop it in here. You can pop it in here, the PJ Mommy. So if you want naily things, you can get them from her. And you should, because she's helping me with doing the moderation on the YouTubes. So, but I'm there with you, Maggie. Everything's expensive nowadays, isn't it? Like everything, everything. Hola from Argentina. Maria, hola from Argentina. Kathy, we're praying for you, babe. We're praying. We're a bunch of crazy, cranky ladies, and we're praying. I should speak for myself. I'm a crazy. I'm cranky. The rest of you are cranky. You may not be crazy, but you're here with me, so I don't know. I hope you're laughing at that. Or maybe, hopefully I didn't offend anyone. Naomi, hello to and or for. You were here last time. Thank you for coming back. Judy says, thank you, everybody. Hello, Connie. Beautiful day in the fort. You know what? It's a gorgeous day here, too. It's been sunny, makes me happy because the sun is shining. And it's warmer, too, even though I have the heat cranked up in here pretty high. Let's see. I'm going to tell you what the temperature is because I like sharing that. It's 46 degrees and sunny. Feels like a heat wave. I've only had one so far. So what, manicure, PJ Mommy? And now you have the ones you do at home. So yeah. Julius, I loved all the projects and I feel good watching your, oh, well, that's good. Good. I am happy. As you all know, I got like all of the videos up and they're not, guys, I realize they're not perfect. I just I wanted to get them up because I had lots of questions and people asking me. So on the YouTube, we have the CranKnit 101, all of the playlists. So that's there. And I know the audio and some of the stuff isn't great, but it's there to help you if you need help. So that's what it's for. Yeah. Let's see. I just did. Oh, the PJ Mommy said she just did this on Tuesday. And then afterwards she says the eye doctor. So how'd you do? Did you pass? Because that's the way I feel. I feel like I'm supposed to pass. Like I'm supposed to know the right answers. I don't know. But I want some new, I need new glasses. I do. Hello, Jess. Good morning to you. Let's say Kay used to work graveyard shift and would drink about 6 cups a shift. That's a lot of coffee, but your body gets kind of used to it. I know I used to probably drink more than 3. Maggie's on her 3rd cup of coffee too. So let's take a sip to the 3rd cup here. And then I will. Scraptastic Crocheter. Hello in Sweden. How are you? Scraptastic Crocheter. I love that. Scrapbook, crochet, paper, yarn, all the lovely things. Deborah, sorry if I slurp. That might bother somebody. I kind of slurp when it's hot. I made it right before I came on. And I was trying to figure this out for the giveaway tool. It might be a bust. We'll have to see, guys. You have to hang tight with me. And I'm gonna do something I probably shouldn't do. I know we have like Sweden and Canada, and I don't know what other countries here, Argentina. We're going to do this giveaway for everybody. I don't know what it's going to cost me. I don't care. We're going to do it. We're just going to try it. And then I'm going to learn a lesson at the post office and see. So in a little while, we'll try this giveaway tool and I'll show you what we're giving away here in a minute. Just because I want to try it out. Okay, wait. Hello, Deborah. Hello from Florida. Just got my machine from Temu. Hopefully I can use Red Heart yarn with it. Deborah, do you want me to be honest? Probably won't be able to. You might be able to. Just be careful not to break your machine. Some of it works. Some machines don't mind it. It's a little harder to crank. Solid colors are better. Red is evil. Patterns are worse. But I have to tell you, on that note, on the Red Heart note from Deborah, Did you all see what I shared on my Facebook page? I guess I did share a link on the YouTube community tab too, which I'm still getting used to posting on that. Not used to it yet. Not used to reading, like seeing those messages in YouTube yet. Are you guys all using the community tab in the YouTube? Let me push this out of the way. I can pull it up if I need to. But anyways, did you see the Red Heart Granny Square yarn? I ordered 2 skeins of it. It was a little salty, but you get a lot of it. The only thing is, I told my husband, okay, and you guys will all, ladies and gentlemen, you'll like this. I showed it to my husband and I said, there's no tie-ins. And he's seen me do granny squares. He's, watches. He's not crocheting himself, but he's watched me do it. And I said, there's no, you don't have to tie in the colors. So it's all there. And he said, well, won't the tension make a difference on how that turns out? And I just wanted to kind of kiss him, actually, because I'm like, you totally get it. You get it just from like being around. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes. But I watched but it's Red Heart Granny Square yarn, guys, and the color is built in. So the color changes for the granny squares are built in. And I know this has nothing to do with the machine, but I'll get there. Hold on. So I watched a live on Yarnspirations, just popped into it a little bit this morning, right after I was finished with the kids doing school. But anyways, they showed it knitted. So in how the pattern works out. I'm going to try it on the machine. I bought 2 skeins, one for making granny squares, the other we're going to attempt. We're going to attempt it. We're going to attempt it when it comes. And I think it's shipped already. And I ordered it yesterday, which is insane because I've never ordered anything from Yarnspirations. I will tell you, I tried to use the coupon. It didn't let me use the coupon. I think it's because it's a new product and I don't know, coupon rules. If you have a coupon, let us use the stinking coupon, right? Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby doesn't have them anymore. Yarnspirations, let us use the coupon. Don't tease us with the freaking coupon and then not let us use the coupon. So anyways, there's my rant. So that's coming. So if you didn't see it, you need to either go to Yarnspirations and check out the Red Heart Granny Square yarn, or you can look on the Facebook page because I shared a little short of it. I didn't get that color. I got some other colors, but I'm excited to try it out anyway. So yes, Deborah, it doesn't usually like Red Heart. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't generalize Red Heart as all the same because it's not, as I know, because I just actually did a video on some Red Heart yarn that is not Super Saver in the machine, and you can watch that on Sunday. I'll post it. But so some of Red Heart, and I used another Red Heart. Let's talk about Red Heart really quick, even though it's not in my questions here. This cute little hat, guys, I haven't boxed these up yet, but this is one of the preemie hats that I made. Do you all remember? Like, you might not, because you may not be following me. Like, I think everybody's watching everything I do, and you're not always watching everything I do. But let me grab this. This is an instance where this is Red Heart yarn, not Red Heart Super Saver. Let me grab some yarn from back here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I told you I'd be right back. All right. So this is what I got at Joann's the other day when I'm like, guys, should I try it? Should I try it? I made this with that. And I know it's my light is like very, there we go. It's Red Heart Super Saver. It says Super Saver, right? But it's their brushed. It was new at Joann's. It's super like soft. It's much softer than the regular Red Heart Super Saver, and it has like the halo, like the fuzzies. But I will tell you, like, the fuzzy part is the purl part, not the knit part. So I had that happen on the eyelash yarn too, guys. On this yarn, the purl, see how fuzzy that is? This is eyelash yarn by Hobby Lobby. I think it's called Ethereal. Is that how you say it? Eyelash yarn. All the fuzzies, not all of them, but most of them end up on the purl side. Anybody know why that is? I don't know why. But this went through the machine, and I did it, or you know what? Did I do this one? I did it in the 22. But even in my 22 and my 46, Red Heart Super Saver usually tucks. So I gotta stop bashing the all Red Heart yarn, because all Red Heart yarn is not the same, right? It's not all the same. All right. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Yes. 2 and/or 4 Naomi says, come on, Sandy, put your link in here. Yes, Sandy, put your Color Street link. I know it has nothing to do with like CranKniting or whatever, but who cares? Because I'm going to put them on my nails and we're all going to see them. So I want to share that with you, all of you. And if you're interested, yeah, get it from Sandy because we're supporting her. Good afternoon, Pammy. I like that. Pammy. I like it. Oh, I can't. Helena. I love your name. I do not know what this says. But thank you for being here. Naomi, it's part of our group. I share you in there. Okay, PJ Mommy, we're gonna share the link. I will share the link. I could probably find it. I can share it. I could probably do that. Maria. PJ Mommy says only 1 coffee so far. You're doing good. That's good. You're being a good girl. I'm not being a good girl. Could you do a dino hat with a few pumps on the back, blue and green? Love your hats. I could. Okay, guys, I get questions all the time. And maybe YV probably thinks that I don't sell any of my hats. But yes, I did see in the group. Did somebody see where they did like for their husband? I don't know if he was doing chemo, but they put plastic and they made like the like crazy whoop whoop whoop. I don't know what it's called. Like almost like a mohawky kind of like dinosaurish hat. I thought it was cute. Let's see. Brenda says hello from sunny PA. I'm going to be in Pennsylvania next month to visit my daughter for her baby shower. Around close to Pittsburgh. Not real close, actually. About an hour away from Pittsburgh, I think. I think so. Debbie, Merry Christmas to you, Northern Ireland. Merry Christmas. Can you guys believe it? Can you? Okay, I should do a poll here. We have Stacy and Indy. Yes, it's warm here too. Actually, I'm going to turn this down while we're speaking of the heat. I'm like burning up here because I have my hat on because it is warm. This is Heartland, Lion Brand Heartland, if you're wondering. Let's see here. Deborah says 60 degrees and sunshine in Nashville. Naomi says I can only have 1 coffee per day, so I have it first thing in the morning when I need a jump start to my motor. Yeah, I understand that. PJ Mommy says her vision's getting worse. Yeah. I feel ya. I know my bifocals are like not good. Okay. So I'm going to go through just a few questions here. And then if you have questions for me, and then I'll go back through. I'm going to stop right there with the comments. And then hold on. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to see if I can do one thing here. One thing. And then I'll go through these questions that I wrote down. I didn't have like a whole bunch of questions. Not a lot. Yeah, okay. I think hopefully this will work here in just a few. All right. Okay, so first off, I've gotten this question quite a few times in the last week, so I thought I would address it. Most of you here already know the answer, but I just want to address it. Can you make anything besides hats? Yes, you can. Now, this is the thing. Most of the stuffed animals, I have a lot of people that want to make stuffed animals. This guy was made all on the Central 48, but most of the stuffed animals and most of the patterns, you are going to use a 48 pin and a 22 pin machine for those. Baby hats, 40 pin. You can do infant hats on the 48 or the 46, but they're kind of bigger. So, but if you want to do stuffed animals, aside from maybe just a few things, you probably want the 22 pin as well. But yes, you can make sweaters and blankets and pillows. Like my pillows are back here from Erin Makes Designs, her pattern. She has a sunflower one too. I need to make that one. But you know, like the froggy, that's 3 Magic Sheep Co. These ones down here, the Christmassy ones are from Festive Knits from 3 Magic Sheep Co. But yeah, yes, you can. You can make lots more than just hats. And you can do, this is the other thing. For those that are beginners, you could do panels to make tubes. So you wouldn't technically need a 22 pin to make a smaller tube, but you have to make the panels. And I'm not going to lie, the panels are a little tricky, but you can, if you're adventuresome, and you're not afraid to like dig in, you could do panels and you wouldn't need the other machines. You wouldn't need all of them. But if you're like me and you want it to be easy, yeah, then you need the other ones. Okay, guys. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but the Loombots are no longer able to be like purchased because everybody's purchased them and they're sold out everywhere. Because I've had lots of people message me. Fat Brain Toys doesn't have any, and it's their branding. And on Amazon, they don't have any more either. Now there might be some used ones or whatever, but they're not coming from Fat Brain Toys. So yeah, you all have like just bought them all, and there isn't like a to be determined date for return either. So, but I want to reassure anybody who's still looking for a machine for Christmas. If you want a 48, you can get a Centro 48. I think it's just as good, guys. I know the Loombot, I like it better. I think a lot of it has to do with like it's a little different, but I don't know that it's like, I think it's still real similar, guys, because mine's getting a little stickier, just like my other one. But anyways, I saw where someone had said something, and then I had people message me and they can't find them. And then I looked, and yes, they're sold out. Let's see. Oh, since Blind Cards and Crafts, Simone is on here. She asked about the different size machines. Hopefully that answered your question. There's also a 32 pin. So there's the 48 Centro or Loombot. There's the 46 Addy. There is the 40 pin, either Centro or Loombot, or there's one that starts with a P too. I don't know how to say it, but there's another brand out there that's a 40 pin as well, I think. There's also the 32 pin Centro. And then there's the 22 pin Addy and the 22 pin Centro. Am I missing any, guys? Is that all? Is it Prim? That's not right. Is it, guys? I don't even know. But there's another brand that makes, but if you're wanting to do like stuffed animals, most all of the stuffed animals use a 46, 48, and a 22. This guy here, this is an exception. He's a 40 pin. 40 pin and 22 pin pattern. Most of the patterns that you get on Etsy though for stuffed animals are 40, 46, 48, and 22. So hopefully that's helpful. The other thing is, Simone had asked about YouTube channels. Of course, I'd love it if you come check out mine, Hoop and Home on YouTube. But I don't have tons of tutorials. I have the Sitting Angel tutorial. I have that one. This one's looking a little smushied. That one, which you can also do this guy here. And I have, if you want the I call it the recipe because that's what it is. It's really not the pattern. You can do with the Sitting Angel, you can make like the little, they almost look like willow, whatever. What are they called? Willow somethings. Willow tree. Like the faceless little guys, you can do that. I have the count for like the pants with the hands and all of that on the community tab on YouTube. But I also have like a little Grinch one. Those are the only ones that I have for the like the stuffed animals. I do have the Crank 101 now on there that has like the basics. From my point of view, the basics on how to get started. But here are some of the YouTube channels. I'm sorry if I don't give you a shout out to YouTube channel if you're on here and you have one, but like a bunch of freebies. The JoJo Juju, I know that sounds crazy, but her group too. You might even be in there and not realize it's hers, but her AliExpress knitting patterns, face or YouTube, she has tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. Very, very helpful videos and lots of projects. Calumet Knits, I love in that, or Calumet Knits. I think it's knit. Is it knit or knits? I don't know. But I just bought her blanket pattern and her patterns are spectacular. But she's got a lot of videos. Is it Sav Labat? That's where where did I put him? This guy. But it's like a 22 pin pattern, and I just changed the count to be able to do it on the 48. But she's got a lot of really awesome free tutorials. Koala Knits and Knacks is another good one. So those are all great YouTube channels. And hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's helpful, Simone. If you have any other questions, just shoot them in the comments. Again, Rebecca on Facebook said size of machine for hats. Really, there's a lot of confusion for people who are new, and I understand this because I had it too, that you can make a little kid's hat and an adult hat on the same machine. And I know there's a lot, I use the 48 because I like the size. I have a tendency to knit tighter too. So for the Addy 46 machine, for me, it's really hard for me. If I would loosen my tension, I could probably get a little bit better fit, but you've got to consistently loosen your tension. I would say if you get a 46 machine, I would probably get a tension guide, and I would probably always use the loosest setting if you want a bigger fit hat. It's just for me, I played around with the 46 and I still struggled to get a good fitting hat. The 48, those 2 extra pins for me make a huge difference in the way that I knit. Now, is the Addy 46 a better machine? It's built better, but I think it's for starting out. If you have problems, it's easier to fix drops and tucks on the 48 pin than it is on the Addy. So if you're starting out, you're not sure if you're going to like it, I suggest getting a 48 pin, whether that be a loom bot, probably not right now, but a Centro 48 is a counterpart in this pretty much the same machine. So hopefully that's helpful. I have one other thing to talk about, but I'll go through here and see if we have anything else. Hey, Bella, not Bella. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Oh, somebody said, and Maria, Argentina is on Naomi's wish list of places to go. I have a huge wish list, but I would be like, if I died tomorrow, I'd be, I'd be all right with, I haven't been all over the world, but it would still be cool. It would be cool to go to places like Argentina. I think that would be cool. I've never been to Colorado. I'd like to go there. I've never seen the Grand Canyon. I would like to do that. Yeah, but Argentina, I bet. And like, I think about like Sweden and, like even in the UK, my daughter, was in the UK and she, I don't know, she loved it there. So, okay. So let's see. What is this? Wally says, I don't understand English language. My English paper fail in metric class. Bye-bye. Sorry. All right. Stacy says, I've had 2 large iced coffees, moving on to hot chocolate in a few minutes. As soon as I'm finished working in 28 minutes. I hear you there. I haven't had hot chocolate in a long time. My daughter just made a big old mug of it the other night, and it actually smelled very nice. Lots of slack with Red Heart. Yeah. Thank you, MD. You're back with the kind words. I appreciate you. Yeah, Nikita on the tension. He was listening and you didn't even know it. Who was listening? I don't know. Somebody was listening. Who was listening? Somebody was listening. Yeah, let me use, yes, Connie. Okay. Is that not frustrating, guys? That is so, like, you go to Joey, you get the coupons, right? Or you have the app and they're like, oh, so much off, but not the doorstop or whatever savings. And I realize if something's 40% off, whatever. But like on Yarnspirations, I signed up because you can get the 15% off. It says, you cannot use this. I get to the checkout. And they're like, you can't use the 50. I'm like, give me the 15% off. That's really not that much, right? Yeah, the brush. It is very nice. I really like it. I got some more to make my daughter's, our granddaughter to be. Well, she's here, but she's in my daughter. Not due until March. I'm going to do that same kind of a, like a little ear beanie, but like full size for her. And I got some really pretty color of the brush yarn. And I think, that went through the 22. So I'm hoping that it'll go through the 40. Okay. I think it probably should though. I'm hoping it will. Karen, hand knitting does the same thing always on the purl side. Also crochet to get the fuzz. You crochet on the wrong side. See why? I don't know enough to think about that because I'm like grabbing the yarn thinking, oh, this is going to be great. And well, I will say I have some right here. Hold on. I will say the, is it the Colorama from Karen? Like I want to say the Karen cakes or whatever, but see, this is that baby hat that I made before. And I do have some of this yarn sitting right here because I was going to use this too to make a hat, but see how it has that. This does show very nicely. I think originally I got this in the Ogo ones, but they don't sell those anymore. Not that I've seen, but I think you can get it in the cake. I don't know that it's exactly the same, but that shows up nice. That knits up nice. You still have that nice fuzzy fuzz and it's really soft. But with the eyelash yarn, like on the bear, I'll grab him. He's back here, guys. On the bear, I still got the fuzz. See, I still got that look that I was kind of going for, but it isn't as fuzzy as the pearl side. The pearl side is definitely fuzzier for sure. But thank you for sharing that, Karen. Sandy's rehearsal coffee. Michelle says Sandy is their rehearsal coffee or real coffee. I thought it said rehearsal coffee. I don't. Is it real coffee? Or is it something else? Let's see. Bill and Joyce. The roaming home. Well, now I got to look up Bill and Joyce and the roaming home because I'm curious as to what that is. Just found you and the circular knitting machine. Awesome. Hand knitter for many, many years. I was just knitting this morning on my blanket. Love the stash of high quality yarns as I made lots of clothes. Love your knowledge. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bill and Joyce. Thank you for being here. I have to check out the roaming home. Actually, I have this up here. I'm going to type this, the roaming home, so that I remember, because I will forget. Because somebody said to me, I don't know if it was Karen. Karen, was it you? Somebody said about a shirt. Was it keep calm and crank on? Was that somebody said that last week? I think that's what they said, and I wanted to write it down, and then I forgot. Yeah. Okay, Kay. Here's the situation. Kay says she uses Red Heart on the Addy, no problems. And this is where the Addy is a little bit better. I still get drops though. I won't say drops. I still get tucks. Excuse me. I still get tucks on the Addy with some of the Red Heart yarn. I get tucks on my Addy with some. I love this yarn. Love this yarn. I love this yarn. It's good sometimes, but you are right, Susan says. Let's see. I can't share the link because I do not have the wrench, so it wouldn't paste the link. Oh, see, I was just looking here. Hold on. I was looking for Sandy. I went to her her YouTube page and I couldn't find it, but I ordered, so I could probably find it here. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. But I wanted to talk about, does anybody have, someone had mentioned to me that they are making hats for I want to say Warmheads Ministry. I think that might be it. I started looking at different organizations, and guys, I was a wee bit disappointed, and I want to share why. See, I can't find it. Oh, I know why. So I'm looking for different, this is the thing. Maybe we might have to start our own organization. I'm thinking about this, guys. It's weighing on my heart just a little bit. I know there's lots of people out there, and my husband's going to think I'm nutso. But I know there's lots of people out there that that make hats and want to donate hats. And I think that we could just be like an army of hat makers. And hold on. I did something here. And I was doing a little research this afternoon, right before I came live. Let's see here. I wonder if I can do it. Hold on. I think I can do this. I just posted that. There's Sandy's link. I found it. I did it. Sandy, you should be so proud of me because that was not easy for me to do, but I figured it out. Hopefully that's your link. So if you're looking for Color Street, you need to get some from Sandy's link that I just posted in the comments. Hopefully y'all can see it. Okay, so I did. Okay, what's this called? I'm gonna knock. I don't want to knock like organizations, but Knots of Love. I looked it up. Awesome website. They have lots of like information about donating, because I'm doing these little hats for this little boy in New York that's in the NICU there. I had his grandmother reach out to me, and I'm super happy to be able to make him something. I'm still not sure if they're going to fit. So I did like the different sizes, and I'm still thinking some are going to be too big, some might because of his sizing. But hopefully something will fit him. But anyways, so of course that got me thinking the little NICU hats are fun to make. But just in general, like I'm donating to shelters in my area, but just like where is all the need? And like, I love doing this. I think a lot of you probably do as well. But I looked on Knots of Love and I start reading all of their stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. But they won't take any loom knitted items, whether it be hand loom or I'm assuming machine loomed things, which makes no freaking sense to me. That makes no sense to me. what? I don't understand. Um, so they're not the only ones. I started looking at other organizations and it's the same thing. So, anyways, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to maybe do something. I'm thinking about it because I'm thinking we could do like in your communities, we could set something up. If we have an infrastructure, we could maybe get grant money. Maybe I could go to some of these yarn companies and we can get them to back us. I don't know. I'm just thinking because if we have organizations out there already, but they won't take our loom knitted hats. Come on now. Come on now, people. What's up with that? I don't get it. Okay, so anyways, I just had to share that. That's a little on my heart because and if you have an organization that you do donate to and you're using loom knitted hats, I would love to know what that is. So whether you post it, if it's on YouTube or Facebook, well, just contact me, Cheri at that went blank. I don't know why. Cheri at hoopandhome.com. And I would love to know if you're donating to an organization, what that organization is, and do they take the loom knitted hats? So, so maybe we'll have to do something over the next few weeks here. I'm going to like do a little research and see. I already know about, 501c3s and how that all goes, but I would need like a board of directors and yeah, I don't know. Anyways, the wheels are turning on the wheels on the bus go round and round. I don't know. They might stop someplace. We'll have to see. All right. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see here. All right. 2 weeks until Christmas. That's yes, it is. And I was going to say, this is what I was going to ask earlier. How many of you are, I am so like, I feel really bad because I'm not feeling that. I mean, that Christmassy spirity, like usually I have the woo woo woo. I'm a little absent of it this year and I'm not exactly sure why. Hello, Diane in the UK. How are you doing? My daughter lives about an hour from Pittsburgh too. Really, Brenda? Let's see. I don't know. What is my daughter's town? I can't even think. Um, Scottdale. I think that's where she lives. Scottdale. I think that's a place. I'm not certain. And I don't know if I'm supposed, she'd probably get mad at me for telling you. I don't know, but you're not like going to hunt her down or anything. So I share. I think that's what it's called. I think it's about an hour, 10, 15 from Pittsburgh. I think. I've not ever been to Pittsburgh. My kids have stayed with their sister and went, but I've not been there. They went to the aviary when they were there. They said it was really nice. All right. Let's see, Cheri. Are you already working on the baby blanket? I am not. I gave mine as a gift last weekend. I bet she did, Nikita. That your blanket was so beautiful. You're like my inspiration for doing this. But I'm not doing the checkerboardy. I'm gonna do the easy one from Calumet, and then I'm gonna crochet the border. But I have my yarn back there. I'm gonna share once I start. I'll talk about it a little bit more. I have not started it yet though, but I need to get my butt in gear and start. Kay, it's 70 degrees in Southeast Texas. Kay, you're rubbing it in now. You're rubbing it in. Let's see. All right. MN Customs made Barb LaFon says hi, Sandy. All right. And Naomi. She says hi, Naomi, too. And then Sandy says, hey, Barb. I just have to share because I think it's sweet. You guys are all sweet. All right. Let's see. The PJ Mommy says it's also worth mentioning sometimes ordering Centros from Amazon, they will come, yes, with different names, and it's the same machine. I will say, I did a little research. Who I got mine from on Amazon, initially, my very first machine, they don't even sell. So it was just like it was a distributor that had them and sold them, and then they don't sell them anymore. And there are so many people. I have an Amazon affiliate like shop, and I didn't have the Centro 48 in there. I just had the Loom Bot because I knew it came from Fat Brain Toys. And the Centros, I was a little worried because I know some people have gotten like broken machines and all of that, but I did a little research and I do have a link in the Amazon affiliates for a 48. But I still think that everybody should like really pay attention to like returns. I have like Centro Knittings. I have an affiliate link for them as well, and they're direct. but the return is not good. So a lot of times I have that in my link tree because for international people, because they will ship internationally. But I don't really promote that because if you guys get something and it's broken, I want you guys to be able to return it. So pay attention to that if anybody buys it. But the PJ Mommy is absolutely correct. It might have like the Zuberite or whatever, but it may still be totally fine. It just might be I think they're like knockoffs. I hate to say it, but it's common for, in China, they just like take a thing and they just make it. They don't care about patents or any of that stuff. So there's knockoff stuff, but I don't know. I'm not positive what's what there, and it's hard sometimes to know. Not gonna lie. So read the reviews. Don't worry, this is the thing. A lot of people will read the Centro 48 reviews about how the machine is crap. A lot of that has to do, I'm not gonna say it has to do with user error, but it's yarn a lot of times. If you're trying to put stuff through it that it doesn't like, it won't work. Or if you don't know exactly how to use it because the directions aren't very good, it gets frustrating. You think it's the machine. And sometimes don't internalize those reviews as much as like, were they able to return it, or was it broken when they got it? Did it look like it was used? Those were the things that I would look for if you're trying to find somewhere to buy it. Let me see. Molly says, what should you do to maintain your machine? I use right now, all I have done up to this point is use this canned air. This is all I've used up to this point. I was always the one that would say, do not, whatever you do not take your machine apart and oil it. Because Addie doesn't say to do that. They say not to do that. And the Centro, I've seen where a lot of people take their stuff apart and then they go to put it back together and it doesn't work. So I was always let's just spray it out. Don't shake this, by the way. I have a tendency to want to shake the thing. You're not supposed to shake canned air. Not a good idea. But yeah, and canned air's not cheap. It's kind of expensive. That's kind of funny. I think it's funny that it's expensive. It's air. But anyways, that's what I used to do. Now, something that is on my list to do after I broke a pin or a needle on my 22 live on live right here on my, I think it was a Thursday too. I don't think it was a Cranking for Community Day. Someone asked about casting on the 22 and I said, well, let me show you how to cast on loosely. If you cast on too tight, this is what you don't want to do. I wanted to show don't do this. And I broke a needle. So I had to replace it. And the Addies come with extra needles. And this is what I'm talking about too. Just so for anybody, this is like the little 22. It's a little feisty little thing when you're casting on. You gotta be like kind of ginger with it. But anyways, my husband and I have been researching, and there are YouTube videos on cleaning your machine. And when we took that one apart, you could see where it was lubricated. So I'm going to try. I have not done it. I know it's on my list, guys. It's on my list. But we bought this, and it's been sitting here. So this weekend, Mr. Bant, I don't know if he's watching, you're going to help me. And I could probably do it without him. I wouldn't need him, right? But I'd like the moral support, if nothing else. And he can, like, if I get absent brained, he can be my brains for me. But we're going to try this. It's like silicone lubricant. And I don't want to like overdo it, but I'm thinking as the fuzzy fuzzes build up in the machine, I think they probably would bode well to being cleaned. So I will keep you updated as to how that goes. So I know that was a long answer. So right now, canned air, I'm gonna try cleaning them though, like manually cleaning them and then relubricating and see how it goes. And I will keep you posted if I suggest that that's something you should do. Even though I will be the first to tell you that Addie says, and it does void their warranty if you do that. I'm almost positive that that's the case. So they say it doesn't need that. So just so you know, just so you know. Okay. Hello to you as well. Can you use regular weight yarn in the machine? Luana, I suggest a 3 or 4 weight yarn. I typically almost always use a 4. I've gotten to where I've got some 3s now, and I do like them, but they're a lighter weight. If it gets too light, you can have an issue with it. Like I wouldn't use a sport weight or which would be a 2. Usually a DK, a 3, or an Aran weight, a 4 do really well, but not all. And you can squeak by with some 5s. but I don't suggest it unless it's absolutely something you want to try. I do the squish test. Like this is a 5. This is that the yarn I showed earlier, and it's the Hobby Lobby eyelash yarn, and it is actually a 5. Probably because of the, you know, the fuzzy, halo-y, fuzzy yarn stuff. That's probably why they rated a 5. It's because the yarn itself isn't a whole lot thicker than, like, you know, what this is Heartland. If you compare them, let me compare them. See, it's not a whole lot thicker. It maybe is a little thicker, but you got to be careful. If you get it too thick, it can break your machine or get like tangled up, and you can break a needle or a pin. So 4s are best. Some 4s though will tuck, and a lot of people will call it a drop stitch. I have lots of drop stitches and my tension's all messed up, and that isn't always drops. Drops are when you get the pantyhose run, like it actually doesn't like knit and you get a big old runny run. But tucks are common with some yarns. Red Heart Super Saver is, for me, problematic in my machines. Not always, but for most of them, it cranks hard. It doesn't have as much give. I think it's more, it's a great hardy yarn for like crochet and all of that, but the machines don't always like it as much. And I love this yarn brand. Sometimes with the patterns yarns, it can be problematic. Or I will tell you, this I did with Yarn ID. And I had issues with it as well. But then I used it again. I attempted, and all of these guys are made with Yarn B Yarn ID from Hobby Lobby, and I didn't have any trouble. It just cranks harder, so it's a little harder for your machine to use it. So yeah, so that's 3 or 4 weight. It's probably the best. Let's see. PJ Mommy says, Cheri, I'm almost thinking that the 22 would be more suited for the preemie hats. That's what I'm thinking. Or the 32. I'm sorry. That's what I'm thinking too. When I was making these, like this one might work, but it's still just because of the way the yarn is. And the one that I did, this is the like the Karen Simply Soft tweed. It's pretty stretchy, so it might be all right. I think it would be better if it wasn't a brim. You might be able to get more stretch in it, but I don't know. I'm kind of agreeing with you. As I'm making those, I'm thinking the 32, and I don't have a 32. I'm thinking, I still don't know if Mr. Band's watching, but if he is, that cute little mushroom looking 32 would look really good underneath the Christmas tree. And if he doesn't get it, I'll get it for myself maybe. Yeah. So that's a hint. The big hints. None of my other, like my kids don't watch me. They don't like, I should probably make them, but they don't care what I'm doing. They're like, what are you doing now? You going live again? Okay. Let's see. Nikita says, I was spinning on my Century yesterday and then started spinning on my Addy behind it. What a difference in spinning. I had never noticed that much, but yes, Nikita, the Addy's easier, isn't it? When you say it's the cranking, your arm will get tired with your Centro. No joke. Or your Loomba even. The Addy does crank a little easier. I think that's what Nikita's referring to. All right, guys, I've got more here and we'll come back to it, but I want to try out this giveaway. Do y'all want to like win some yarn? Like win, like it's a contest. Okay, so this is what I have. I have these 4 ice yarn. This is the Picasso yarn from Ice Yarn. The 4 that I have left over. I kept 2 more for myself to make another hat. This is that soft. It's like, okay, what is it? It's like part acrylic, part polyester. 44% acrylic, 56% polyester. It's a 50-gram ball. It's like 115 meters. I'll let y'all do the math on that. It's, yeah. But it takes about a ball and a half to make if you want to make a bigger hat, it's still 2 balls you can make a hat. So you could make like 2 hats with that, I think, or a hat and something else. So we're going to just open this up to everybody. I might want to kick myself for saying that because this might end up being expensive for shipping, but I don't care. We're going to try it. So what I'm going to do is what I need you all to do, and I'll come back. Let me look at this. So let's see. We have Michelle. All right. I don't know what that is. Okay. So Christina, I'm going to come back to your question. If you guys, to get entered in this, what I need you to do is I want you to do #IceYarn. #IceYarn. So hashtag and then ICE and then YARN. So put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Hopefully this won't, you know what? I don't care if the algorithm dings me. I don't really care. So you put that in there. Everybody, I'm going to give you just a few minutes and I'll see what Christina has. While I'm reading a few more of these, if you could put that in the comments, hashtag ice yarn. Hashtag ice yarn. Okay, everybody's doing it. Okay, good. Because that's how you get, and you don't have to do it multiple times because it only will pick one. So I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get that in there. Everybody who wants to try to get this yarn, do hashtag ice yarn. All right, so Christina asks, is there a machine out there for heavier weight for like the burnout? Oh, I wish. For the burnout blanket yarn, I wish. Because I like myself a chunky hat, you know? Yeah. Now I've seen where some people can get the chenille yarns like through the Addies, and that ends up being kind of chunky. But it's soft and squishy so it can knit it. But no, there's not. And I think somebody did send me a message where they got a thing back from Addie that because they asked about Addie doing a 48 pin. And now this still wouldn't do the heavier weight, but at least a bigger. And it was kind of like, no, we're not doing it, but we're not saying we're not going to do it. Eventually it's on they're looking at it. So that's a possibility maybe down the road. Okay. So I'm going to try this, guys. So you have to bear with me because I don't know. Let me close out some of my other windows here. And I'm going to get into this giveaway tool and then we'll see if this works. All right. Hopefully it'll work. All right. So let me do this. Let's see. I think I can. Let's see. We're going to do hashtag ice yarn. And y'all did want no S, right? Let me see. I'll come back here. Let me look where I am so I can come back. Oh gosh, guys, I am missing all kinds of comments from all of you. I need to like shut up. Okay. So I'm going to try sharing my screen now. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me go to present. Hopefully this will work. Is it sharing? Okay. Add to stage. I think this works. All right. So that did, but I want it to be full screen. Hold on. Let me see if I can make it full screen. If I do, nope, that didn't work, did it? There we go. Okay, well, we'll just do it like this. I think this will work. Okay, so let me go here. We're going to start collecting. So it's collecting all of your entries. Okay, did everybody get ice yarn in the hashtag ice yarn? Oh, whoever, don't put a space. So if you put hashtag ice yarn, make sure there's no spaces because I don't think so. I'm going to give you guys another minute. So if you didn't put hashtag ice yarn all squished together, do it again. So I make sure that you're in the drawing because I don't want anybody to miss out. So hashtag ice yarn. And then you can get this. Does anybody else does that bother anybody else? It drives me batty. I can't be the only one. Okay, good. We're getting a few more. Okay, a few more. Okay, I'm going to give it just another minute or two here. And then we're going to draw. I think it's going to work, guys. I think it might work. And then I'm going to try to do this as often as I can. As often as I can afford to do it. We're going to do it. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So 10, 9, 8. Hurry up if you're not in there. Hashtag ice yarn all squished together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, here we go. Let's see who the winner is. Okay. It's so cool. All right. Who's going to be our winner? And the winner is Amy Varner Prince. Woohoo! Woohoo! Amy wins the ice yarn. Everybody tell Amy congratulations. Okay, now let's see if I can get. Now, Amy, and you're on Facebook, so I can find you. But you can, if you will email me at Cheri@hoopandhome.com, I will get your, I'll get the info so we can get this sent out to you. I will put a comment underneath this comment though too, or for your name, or so say, or the ice yarn. Okay. Ugh, I'm losing my mind. I will put a comment underneath on how with my email address again, Cheri@hoopandhome.com, so you can get it. All right. So let's see. I think I can do. There we go. All right. Oh, it worked, guys. That was awesome. It worked. Okay, now let me go back. And everybody says congrats. So yay, 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 yay. There we go. Yay, Amy is our winter. Our winner. Our winter. I can't talk. It's too much coffee. I promise it's coffee in my cup. Okay, so now let me go back to see if there are any more questions here that I can quickly address. I just love, you know what? I just love sitting here chatting with y'all. But and Zoom, um, I will have hopefully by the end of the week, so by Sunday, I will post something on times. I think I decided definitely we are going to do you know what, that's like in the way. We're gonna do an evening one during the week, at least once a month, and then we're gonna do an earlier one maybe on Sunday once a month is what I'm thinking for a Zoom, like where we can all just get in there and hang out and actually talk to each other, and I can hear your voices and see your faces, and if you want to see, you wouldn't have to be on the video, you can just like lurk in the background and listen to us. And we'll have to have some like rules on just if we're all cranking, because it could get like really, really, really loud. But I think it'll be fun. I think it will be fun. All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna pop in here. I might have a hard time finding where I was. Jess asked, do you use anything besides the wooden buttons to secure the elastic loop faux fur palms? I tried a small dog bone shaped button and it works. Yes, there's lots of, I don't, just because I still have a ton of buttons. But there's lots of people who use those brain flakes too, or you can get, there's some people that have stuff cut on laser cutters that work. But yeah, anything that works, use it, Jess. You could totally do that. I will tell you, I've said it before, the buttons are why most of you are here, because of my haters, that lots of comments, and then that generated a lot of activity on my videos, and then some of them went viral, and I think, hate to say it, it's because of my haters, because of the buttons and them saying handmade and that being controversial. And it's also the reason why I can't fully monetize my Facebook page for misinformation. Thank you, Facebook, for that. I probably shouldn't say that, then they'll probably like cut me off now, whatever. But so just be careful of that, because if you're wanting to do any of that and you have handmade on this stuff, you can run into issues like that, because I have. But I truly believe they are handmade. They're not hand knitted. And yes, you can use other things for the palms. I think it's better to have something where it's removable. This is just you wouldn't have to, because think about this. If I was going to sell my hats, think about this. This is just a little tippy tip that if I was selling these hats, I would like to make them removable, because that would be a feature for somebody. Like they can wash it, they can wear it with the palms, without the palms. But if it was me, I would probably not make them, if I'm selling them, removable, because I would have some without the palms, some with the palms, and I would charge more for the ones with the palms. And also then if they can't like put it through the washer with the palms, then if their hat gets gross, they have to buy another one. So then they come back to the person that they love the hat, right? So there's just a thought, anyways, for anybody who's selling them. What? Oh, wait, what did I miss here? What did I miss? The PJ Mommy says, so the organizers are haters of circular. What? Yeah. Yes. We were talking about not to love. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if you all like said something about that, or if that's what this refers to. Oh yeah. Somebody said there's something called the Blue Hat Foundation as well. The PJ Mommy says, or do they only do loom or no loom knitted? Because I think hats for Hitler, Hats Against Hate, or that one, I thought you could do the loom knitted for that in the United States, but I'm not sure, because they're not doing that anymore. Face red. I don't know what this is. One website where people can come for hats so that we can donate from there. Yes, Nikita, that's a good idea. This is the thing. I really, really, really would love to start something, but I don't know. Because I think there's a need, and I think it's, I realized, could we go, like somebody said to me, why don't you just sell them and take the money and donate the money? Well, first off, I do know that if I donate money, it doesn't get a hat necessarily on somebody's head, and it might pay for someone's salary first and then help second, because I know it costs money to help people. So it's not that I don't want to do that. It's just that this is kind of like a win-win, I think. Plus, I like the feeling of donating something unique and special to someone that I create. I don't know. Maybe it's selfish on my part, but I just think it's a way for all of us who are creative and like to make, for us to continue to do that, that fills our heart, and then be able to help somebody else. I do think like what's Steph's mission, which is what's her name on TikTok? I can't even think at the moment. Steph's mission. Where she sells her hats on Etsy, and for each hat that is purchased, she donates a hat too. So that's another like thing. But I would like to maybe get some kind of an organization put together where we all can like pool our efforts. But I know, we have shipping involved. So I'm thinking if we could do something where you locally set it up, but we have some infrastructure and some guidance on like who to contact, where to go, containers to put things in, bags to put stuff in, like maybe some grant money, maybe some yarn donation. I don't know, just something. I don't know. And I would think that some of these corporations might want to like, I don't, if we have some international infrastructure, like not just in the US, like something that's international. I don't know. I'm just thinking. It's in the baby stages in my head. Yeah, I agree with this, Naomi. If somebody needs a hat or wants a hat, yeah. Michelle said, contact hospitals that do cancer treatments and ask them if they would like to hand out to patients that are there for treatment. I know there are people who make blankets. Yeah, that would be good, Michelle. I started looking for, because I was curious about the NICU situation, and I can't get an email from anybody, but I'll have to call. But I think the cancer patients, especially, that would be good. Now, I think that maybe only certain yarns would be good because you don't want anything too rough. So, but yes, that's an awesome suggestion. Naomi says, if it weren't for my grandsons, I wouldn't have Christmas spirit this year. See, I have my kids, and you would think that I would be like, I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, see, Naomi, are you the one that does embroidery? I gotta check out your stuff because I love embroidery. That's how I started, like doing all this stuff. Diane says, I just had a Jam It hand crank and I like it. Do you like it? Diane, I've thought about maybe getting the Jam It, like the powered one. Just so I can set it up and like crank out lots more hats to give away. Connie says, I did, Connie, it's your fault. Actually, it was a learning lesson and I don't mind at all. It was good for me to know how to change a needle. That's so funny. It's Connie's fault I broke my needle. Okay, I'm going to go down to the end here. I know we have lots of the ice yarn ones in here. I think we need to give away. Oh, here, we got to get Maria in there. I'm just here lurking. Not anymore. We put your message up here, Maria. Thank you for being a lurker, though. That's me. I'm classically a lurker. For me to comment, it's like, who, I can't be the only one. It's funny, guys. I just, yeah, I can get on here and do this. But when it comes to going on other people's lives and talking to them, so I appreciate all of you commenting and participating. I do appreciate it so much. Let's see here. Jeannie says, I agree. If you had two pom-poms and want to remove and put one on, and also reversible is an option. I just love the remove. I like I like it too, but make sure if you're selling that, that you charge for all of that extra, because it does cost for the pom-poms for sure. Nikita says, I want to make YouTube videos someday, but I don't know how to put or hang my camera. I can sit at the table and I have a bracket, but it's not high enough. I wish I had a hobby room. Nikita, I will tell you, like my whole setup here, it's I've had it for a long time because I used to do signs, but it is an Archon mount, and I have like my iPad here and my camera up here, so that if I wanted to, like here, I can show you guys, like here. I set this up in case I want to show you. See my crossed legs? Here's my coffee. I have the camera up here in the mount, and then I have my camera here. But it's nice for any of you out there who are crafters and you want to do videos. It's it's a nice tool. Archon, I think it's Archon. Let me look it up really quick. Archon, I think it's Archon. Archon, yes. Arkon mount. That's what it is. Hold on, I don't want to get out of there. Let me see. And I don't know what this, I don't know what it's, oh, do they sell them on, they might even have them on Amazon now. They didn't used to. So I think if you go onto there, I'm gonna share the web page. Let me see if I can go to where. Remarkable. Oh, they changed a lot of their stuff here. This is very similar to what I will link this. It's called the Remarkable. It wasn't called that when I used it. But here, let me post this in here. But it's a little pricey, but it's worth it if you're going to do videos, and you can do them in a small space, because I don't have a big space here. Like I can't get in front of me to be able to like have the camera, and I keep doing this, you can't see it, like on the other side of me. Like I watch other people who have like the camera on the other side of their machine pointed this way. I don't have enough room for that. So this setup works really well, and I don't know, and it would work well for like, you know, or even let me show you. I used this when I did embroidery. Before I did this, I got this like cheap little like guy, this little bendy for my phone. It's like from Amazon, just plastic, and it mounts to my table. That's another thing. I know you're not asking me that, but I'm sharing anyways. So if you want to do videos, that's another good one. It bobbles though. Like for me, I wobble because I'm in the camper. But yeah. All right. Just got out a busy day at work. I'm excited you made it before you left. I'm glad you're here. What time is it, guys? Oh, it's 3:40. All right. I'm going to have to wrap it up here probably, guys. Let me go to the bottom here, and I'll work backwards. For the side of my laser enclosure. Yeah, that would be cool to watch it. That would be really cool. MK Crafts and Family. She said to have a camera on the side of her enclosure. I keep looking over here, guys, because my thing keeps dropping out. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see, Stacy. I hand knit and donate scarves for the homeless. My church has a food and clothing pantry, and handout is needed. That's awesome. But I can't do enough hats by hand to keep up with scarves. There's where the machine would be really nice, having for a 48 pin or 46 or whatever, one of those two is really nice. If you want to donate, it is, because guys, you can get so much more made. Like, you know, if you want to bust out a bunch of hats in a day. Now I will tell you right now, because it is common for this to happen, guys, and don't get discouraged. Right now with the dry air, like I've got my heater on in here and it gets kind of dry. If I'm doing lots of hats, like I'm assembly lining doing hats, or if I use my little tool, if I use this guy, which I tell you not to use, but if I use this guy, you can start to get static buildup. So just be mindful. If you start having like tuck stitches or things in yarn that you normally wouldn't, it's because it's just the static electricity. It's plastic machine. We're using plastic yarn if you're using acrylic, and it isn't uncommon. So don't get too frustrated if that happens. Just, you can figure it out by like letting your machine rest, getting a dryer sheet if you don't mind doing that, or using like these little earplugs. And I can probably demo that sometime too if anybody wants me to. Brooke says, I stumbled upon one of your videos on vacation and immediately ordered. Oh, that's great. That's awesome that you got the loom box. See, they're sold out yet. It arrived a week ago and I've already made 15 hats. That is so awesome, Brooke. I am so happy. I am so happy for you. Isn't it fun? It's addictive. It's hard to explain it. It's hard to explain it to people because until you do it, you just don't understand. And yeah, it is for sure. Terry, an idea I have, made beanies or 20 family members, and on Christmas I take a group photo. Oh, see, I think that's sweet. I need to do that for our family too. You'd think that I would give hats away always as a gift. MK Crafts and Family says, I want to get a machine after Christmas and make and donate and sell plain embroidered. That embroidered, that would be cool. That would be awesome. We'd love to have you on the cranky team. You know, Amy, that's a good question because I thought the same thing. Static guard might work. Now it's just whether, because I think it would knock down the static. It's just whether you want the odor on the hat. But if you're going to use a dryer sheet, it's the same thing. I haven't seen where anybody's done it, but I know, like for me, I have this very thin hair, guys. Like it's like I don't have any. It's almost like baby hair, right? Um, and I, this time of year, I get super staticky hair, and I used to, and it's probably, y'all are probably going to be like, what are you doing? I used to put static guard. I use hairspray sometimes. I'll put it in my hairbrush, but I used to put static guard in my hairbrush because it would get so bad. I think you could do the same thing with the machines. I haven't tried it yet though, but I think that's a good tip, Amy. I don't know. Maybe people will think we're nuts. I don't know, but I think it's not a bad idea really. If you were to buy one machine to start with, which one would be the most versatile? I would say a 48 pin. Because if you want to do hats, or you want to do bigger projects, you can always do panels with it too. Like if you want to do sweaters or bigger tubes, you could get the 46, but it makes a tight hat. It's a better machine. The Addy is a better built machine, but it's way more expensive. And if you're not sure if you're going to like it, my suggestion is get a Central 48 or a Lumba, a 48 pin machine. MK Crafts and yes, in Michigan right now, static is horrible. Yeah, I'm in Michigan too. Yes, it is. It's really bad. For me, the dry air, like my skin, it plays havoc. I get the static. I take my hats off and I look ridiculous, you know. So that's why it's good to have a beanie at all times, right? I was wondering about earwax. I'm getting the Addy tomorrow. Oh, like these, the earplugs. These are silicone. And they're just squishy, and you can put them, like you can push them onto your machine and let the yarn kind of run over it, and it just helps. If you're hanging on to it too, I will tell you, like your hand helps to keep that down a little bit by touching. If you're just letting the yarn go and you're cranking, I know that there are lots of people who do that. I don't suggest doing that. You're going to get quicker static buildup, but yeah, you could use those they're silicone earplugs, and they work great. I've seen where people use thread magic. I think you can even get a big amount of it. Somebody showed on the group where, and if you're not in the CranKnit community on Facebook, make sure to get in there, in the group. But they showed the thread magic, and it was like bigger, and they had it mounted to their machine. Some of you all get creative, and you're really good at like figuring the whole thing out. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to have to wrap it up for today. And I just want to, again, congratulate. Let's see if I can share this here. Hold on. We're going to congratulate Amy for winning the ice yarn. And I will, Amy, again, I will make a comment underneath the ice yarn hashtag for my email. But if you want to just email me at Cheri@hoopandhome.com, and I can get your info. And don't let anybody, if I have some crazies out there, which guys, I've had some, if somebody messages you and says that you won some yarn from me, only Amy won the yarn. No, are you in Ohio, Amy? Only Amy won the yarn. So don't let anybody scam you, because I've had that happen, and they will try probably. They'll watch this video, and then they're probably going to say, oh, we have more yarn to give you. This is Cheri or Cheri's whatever. Don't fall for it, because Amy's the winner. We only have one. But we'll do this again. I think we should do this again. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you to the PJ Mommy. Get some Color Street. It's in there. There's a link. Get some of the nailies. I've got mine coming. So, and thank you, PJ Mommy, for sharing the group. She shared the group link there to get into the CranKnit community. And also, I will have some comments in the descriptions on YouTube if you want to support the channel. There's various ways to do that. But I will be back here on Monday. I always want to say Tuesday. Cranking for Community. I think, what is the date? Oh my gosh, I can't even believe the year is almost over, guys. So the 18th, I'll be back here on the 18th live at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time for Cranking for Community. We'll make some hats. I've got my hat video coming out tomorrow. Y'all have to watch that. I haven't done it yet. I'm doing it tonight. And then I've got another video coming out on Sunday too that y'all have to watch. But thank you again for being here. Thank you. Steve, you didn't miss me. I got to say hi to you right right before I'm checking out. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for popping in here. Thank you all for supporting me and what we do. And I will see you later. Have a good one. Go make something. Have fun.